Imagine a world where monumental beasts like mammoths roam free, and where fire isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline. In this harsh yet mesmerizing landscape, we delve deep into the past to converse with a soul who knows the secrets of the flame, the language of the hunt, and the lore that has been passed down through generations. Let's begin our conversation with a caveman. Hello, Torak. Could you begin by telling us who you are?
I'm Torak. I live with my tribe near the Great River, and I'm one of the hunters.
Before we begin, could you please describe the surroundings where we're sitting right now?
We're inside a cave that my tribe often uses for shelter. It's not too deep, but enough to keep us protected from wind and rain. There's a fire pit in the middle where the flame is burning, keeping us warm. Around us you can see some of our tools and belongings, fur pelts, spears, and some clay pots for storing food. The walls of the cave are marked with drawings, memories of past hunts and important events for our tribe.
Thank you, Torak. It really helps us feel the essence of your world. Now I'm curious, are you a Homo sapiens or a Neanderthal?
I am what you call a Homo sapiens. Our tribe has some contact with Neanderthals. They live not too far from here. We are different, yet we share the land and sometimes even trade tools and food.
Now let's move on to daily life. Could you describe what a typical day looks like for you?
A typical day starts with the sunrise. We gather around the fire for a quick meal. Then, the hunters, including myself, venture out into the wilderness. The women and elders often stay behind, tending to the young, preparing food, and maintaining the camp. When we return from the hunt, the tribe comes together to share the day's bounty. As the sun sets, we often gather around the fire once more, sharing stories and lessons from the day.
Your daily routine paints a picture of a community closely tied to nature and each other. Now, I'm interested in the technology of your time. Could you tell us about the tools and weapons you use?
Our tools are simple but effective. We use flint and stone for the tips of our spears and arrows. For cutting and skinning, we have knives made from sharpened rocks. We also use bone needles for sewing together furs to make our clothing. As for weapons, the spear is our primary hunting tool. It's versatile and can be used for both throwing and stabbing. We also have slings for hunting smaller animals from a distance.
The ingenuity behind these simple yet effective tools is truly fascinating, Torak. Let's shift our focus to social structure. How is your tribe organized? Is there a leader or a council that makes decisions?
Our tribe is led by the elder, the wisest among us, often aided by a council of experienced hunters and gatherers. Decisions are usually made collectively, especially those that affect the entire tribe, like moving to a new location or engaging in trade with neighboring tribes. In times of conflict or crisis, however, the elder has the final say.
That's an interesting social setup, Torak. Out of curiosity, how many are you in the tribe?
Our tribe is not large. We are around 30 members in total. This includes hunters like myself, gatherers, elders, and the young ones.
A tribe of 30 certainly sounds like a close-knit community. Now let's talk about spirituality. Do you have any beliefs or myths that are significant to your tribe?
We believe in the spirits of the land and sky, the animals, and the elements. Fire, for instance, is considered a sacred gift from the earth. We also have myths and legends, stories that have been passed down through generations, teaching us lessons about bravery, wisdom, and the mysteries of nature.
You mentioned that fire is considered a sacred gift. Could you elaborate on the importance of flame in your life? How do you go about creating and preserving it?
Fire is essential for us. It's a source of warmth, a tool for cooking, and a means to ward off predators. Its significance goes beyond the practical. It's a symbol of unity and life for our tribe. Creating fire with flint is a skill that not everyone masters easily. It was a significant discovery for us. Before we learned how to use flint, keeping the fire alive was even more critical. We had to capture natural fire from lightning strikes, which was both dangerous and rare. So the habit of preserving fire has deep roots in our history, and it's a task we don't take lightly.
That's incredibly insightful, Torak. The role of fire in your community seems both practical and symbolic. Were there any legends or tales about what would happen if the fire went out before you learned how to use flint?
The legend says that if the fire goes out, it angers the spirits of the earth, bringing bad luck and hardship. People believed that the extinguished fire would attract predators to our camp or result in failed hunts.
What about the practical consequences?
The practical consequences were dire as well. Without fire, we were left in darkness after sunset, making it nearly impossible to navigate, especially on moonless nights. This made us more vulnerable to predators. Cooking food became impossible, forcing us to rely on raw or dried meat and berries. The lack of fire also meant enduring the cold nights without a source of warmth, which was especially harsh during winter. It was a situation we tried to avoid at all costs.
The role of fire in your community certainly paints a vivid picture of its vital importance. Now let's shift our focus to something equally essential: food. Could you tell us how your tribe gathers food and what your favorite meal is?
Food gathering is a communal effort. While hunters like myself go out for animals, others in the tribe collect berries, nuts, and other edible plants. My favorite meal would have to be roasted venison, seasoned with some of the herbs we gather. It's a rare treat, but a rewarding one after a successful hunt.
Roasted venison seasoned with herbs sounds delicious, Torak. Now let's talk about art and culture. Do you have any forms of artistic expression, like cave paintings perhaps?
Yes, art is an important part of our culture. We paint on the walls of our caves to tell stories, to honor the spirits, and to record significant events. These paintings serve as a form of collective memory for our tribe, capturing moments of triumph, loss, and lessons learned.
That's truly captivating, Torak. I'm curious about the more immediate challenges and adventures in your life. Are there any you'd like to share?
Adventures and challenges are a constant in our lives. But one event stands out: the time we had to cross the Great River during a particularly harsh winter to find food. It was a perilous journey, filled with treacherous ice and predators, but we made it. That journey not only provided us with the sustenance we needed, but also strengthened the bonds within our tribe.
How does your tribe interpret natural phenomena like lightning and thunder? Do they hold any particular significance?
Lightning and thunder are seen as powerful omens, often believed to be messages from the sky spirits. Before we mastered fire making, a lightning strike setting a tree ablaze was both a gift and a curse. It gave us a vital source of fire, but it could also lead to wildfires that drove animals away, making hunting more challenging.
We've touched upon your past and the world as you know it, Torak. Now I'm curious, what are your thoughts and hopes for the future?
The future is a vast and uncertain landscape, much like the territories we traverse. My immediate hope is for the well-being and prosperity of my tribe, to find fertile lands and abundant animals.
Your hopes for the future echo the universal desires of humanity, no matter the time or place. It's been an enlightening journey through your world, Torak. Before we part ways, is there a message or wisdom you'd like to share with the people of the future?
To the people of the future, I say this: cherish the fire, both literal and metaphorical, that sustains you. Respect the earth that provides and the sky that watches over you. And never forget that the stories we tell, the wisdom we share, are the true legacies we leave behind.
If you found this journey enlightening, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the past, present, and future. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated on upcoming interviews. Remember, true exploration is not the land it covers, but the journey it inspires. Thanks for watching.